The issue of homelessness, particularly among those living in tents on city streets, has become increasingly visible and contentious in recent years. Many individuals in this situation often face severe stigma, as the public perceives them as unkempt and disruptive to neighborhoods, with reports of littering and unsanitary behaviors. This perception is fueled by sightings of drug use in public spaces and a lack of personal hygiene, leading to a general sense of discomfort among community members. Some argue that these lifestyle choices are acts of defiance against societal norms, as some individuals appear to prefer the perceived freedom that comes with living outside the traditional structures of housing and employment. There is a prevailing belief that the pressures of modern life, like paying rent and managing bills, have pushed some people to abandon conventional living arrangements in favor of a life that, while challenging, provides them with a sense of autonomy. This raises an important question about the nature of choice in these circumstances. Are individuals actively opting for this lifestyle, or are they trapped by systemic issues such as mental health challenges, addiction, or economic instability? Assistance programs exist to help those in need, yet many individuals reject these opportunities, raising further questions about their motivations and the role of societal support systems. Historically, homelessness was often hidden, with those experiencing it feeling shame and stigma, contrasting sharply with today's more visible and often normalized presence of tent encampments. This shift in the public perception of homelessness suggests a larger societal change, where there seems to be less embarrassment or concealment associated with living without a permanent residence. As communities grapple with this ongoing crisis, it is clear that more comprehensive strategies are necessary to address both the immediate needs of those experiencing homelessness and the underlying factors that contribute to this complex social issue. The bigger question surrounding this phenomenon is why governments seem to allow such conditions to persist without taking decisive action. Numerous factors contribute to this situation, including a lack of affordable housing, insufficient mental health services, and systemic poverty. In many cities, local governments may find themselves grappling with limited resources and competing priorities, which complicates efforts to address homelessness comprehensively. Individuals living in tents on public streets raises complex questions about societal values, government responsibility, and effective policy. The bigger question is why governments permit such a situation to persist, allowing vulnerable populations to set up makeshift homes in parks, sidewalks, and other public spaces. One might wonder if this lack of action stems from systemic failures in addressing the root causes of homelessness, such as a shortage of affordable housing, inadequate mental health resources, or insufficient support systems for those facing economic hardships. Moreover, the potential for contradictory policies complicates the scenario. On one hand, many cities have implemented measures aimed at providing shelter and services to homeless individuals. On the other, the enforcement of laws prohibiting camping in public spaces often leads to conflicts rather than solutions. This dichotomy raises the question of whether the government is wrangling with competing interests, balancing public safety, urban cleanliness, and the imperative to provide humane treatment to those in need. Another layer to this issue is the societal perception of homelessness itself. The stigma surrounding individuals who live outdoors can stymie efforts to create comprehensive support systems. Many people might believe that those who are homeless have chosen this lifestyle, ignoring the underlying systemic issues that often lead to such situations. As a result, advocacy for change may lack the urgency and unified support needed to drive effective policy reform. Ultimately, the question of why these individuals are allowed to live outdoors in tents reveals not only a failure of governmental oversight but also our collective responsibility to engage in meaningful dialogue and drive systemic change. And then to add more to the problem, Kamala Harris has opened borders allowing millions of people to enter the US who also will end up living the homeless life as well. But why should she care as long as she continues to live in a mansion in a gated community with 24/7 security? She will never have to walk down the city streets and see these people or talk to them because she doesn't have to. It's the residents who live in these neighborhoods who have to deal with this problem every day. Not her.